There are 5 things that act as blockers for this kalima, La ilaha illallah. If these things are in place, then this kalima will never take a hold of our hearts. So we have to negate these 5 things to gain the reality of La ilaha illallah. The first that we have to negate is we have to negate the doing of the universe. That the universe cannot do, that the sun is not providing light, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is providing light. That the fire doesn't burn, it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's amr that burns. That the knife doesn't cut without the amr of Allah. The second thing is, we have to negate the conviction of the previous ummahs. In the previous ummahs, some of them had conviction on money, like Qarun. Some of them had yaqeen on power, like Fir'aun. Some had yaqeen on their own strength, like Ad. Some of them had yaqeen on business, like Qawm Shu'aib. So we negate all these the yaqeen of these previous ummahs, because Allah sent them prophets to tell them your success is in La ilaha illallah. Thirdly, we have to negate the beloved 8. Allah mentions 8 things. He mentions, قُلْ إِن كَانَ آبَاؤُكُمْ, your fathers, وَأَبْنَاؤُكُمْ, and your children, وَإِخْوَانُكُمْ, and your brethren, وَأَزْوَاجُكُمْ, and your families, وَعَشِيرَتُكُمْ, and your tribes, وَأَمْوَالٌ اقْتَرَفْتُمُوهَا, and money that you've saved up, وَتِجَارَةٌ تَخْشَوْنَ كَسَادَهَا, or businesses that you fear will perish, وَمَسَاكِنُ تَرْضَوْنَهَا, and homes that you're comfortable in. If any of these 8 things are more beloved to you than the following 3, أَحَبَّ إِلَيْكُمْ مِنَ اللَّهِ وَرَسُولِهِ وَجِهَادٍ فِي سَبِيلِهِ, from Allah and His Prophet, and striving in Allah's path, فَتَرَبَّصُوا, then just you wait until the punishment of Allah befalls you. So here, this is the third one. The fourth one is we have to negate the nafs. We have to negate the nafs, that I cannot do out of my own power, but everything is in the hands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. روح يا أنا يا فاسد التركيب يا حائلا بيني وبين حبيبي. That we want to get rid of this I, this ana, that's standing in the way between me and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And finally, we have to negate the things that are very close to the heart, that we deal with on a daily basis, like food, water, sleep, medicine, and money. Let's take sleep, for example. Most people, what they tell you, if I get like 4 or 5 hours of sleep a night, I'm good. Because their yaqeen is that sleep is what provides them with rest. But in reality, sometimes you get very little sleep and you feel rested. And sometimes you can sleep all day and you feel tired. Because rest is in the amr of Allah. If He wishes, you could sleep and feel rested, or you could sleep all day and not feel rested. So until we negate these 5 things, the kalima of Tawheed will never take a firm hold on our hearts. So if we negate these 5 things, we benefit in 4 ways. First of all, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala removes the yaqeen, the conviction of these things from our hearts. Secondly, we get out of worshipping it. Thirdly, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protects us from it. And lastly, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes these things subservient to us, subjected to us. And finally, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala subjugates these things to us. He makes them subservient to us.